way too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart, no little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I always run with the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. Little by little.
Cheers. First sip of coffee of the day. Good morning. Oh, croaky throat there. Good morning, good morning. It's now 6:30 in the morning and I've been awake for half an hour. I say awake, I still feel like I'm kind of in bed. Like, it takes me quite a long time to feel like actually awake. Like, even though I'm physically awake, I would say it takes me maybe like 3 hours to feel like, you know, kind of awake. I'm still kind of sleepy, but I didn't have a bad sleep or anything. Like, I had a good night's sleep, I think, which is good. I had lots of dreams. You know, you have some nights where you have lots of dreams and you just feel like you've had a very busy night, and then some nights you just don't have a single dream at all. But apparently if you have dreams, it means that you're in a lighter sleep, and if you have no dreams, it means you're in a deeper sleep. So maybe I wasn't in the deeper sleep last night, but what did I dream? I don't think it was really anything interesting. I dreamt that I couldn't get batteries for something at home. That is the most boring dream in the world, isn't it? I dreamt I was in the shop and I was trying to get these batteries. So yeah, that's exciting. Sometimes dreams can be really exciting and, like, you know, you're having adventures, doing really fun things. Like, you know how you have like a superpower in your dreams? My superpower in my dream is that I'm able to fly. Like, I'm able to, say I'm in a situation where I really need to get out of it pronto because somebody is trying to harm me, I am able to just like shoot off from the ground into the sky and fly away. Basically, like I'm in a fantasy world or something. I've been reading too many fantasy books. But no, even before I was reading fantasy books, I still had this superpower in my dream that I could fly. It's actually pretty handy. It's gotten me out of some sticky situations, you know. Running in my dreams never works. Like, I can never run very fast. I always feel like I'm running in treacle. I don't know, it's really odd, but I can fly in my dreams. But it doesn't work every single time. Like, I'm not quite sure of the formula behind it, but sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. But I wish I could fly in real life. Like, wouldn't that be so cool if we could all just fly? But we're not birds. But anyway, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you are well. How are you? I am just drinking my coffee before my workout, which I will be doing in like 20 minutes. But yeah, so right now it's currently quiet. I can't hear a single soul apart from the birds. And that just gives me so much joy. On the weekend as well, it's like so quiet at 6 in the morning and it's just like my pocket of peace. Nobody disturbs me. Nobody contacts me on my phone. It's just me and my coffee and the birds and a YouTube vlog, which I'm about to watch right now. The great thing about waking up early in the morning is when you can just have that nice peace, you know. It's just fantastic. It's what I crave. The world is too busy. Life is too busy. Life is too overstimulating. I just crave peace. So let's watch a YouTube vlog. YouTube. Right. So we're going to watch Selena Trevino, February Monthly Reset. This was the camera that I said everybody has at the moment, like the one that's becoming really popular. It's like a really teeny tiny camera. I think it's called the DG Osmo Pocket or something. I mean, it is really cool because it's so tiny, so it'll be great for vlogging, but I don't know. I'm not too sure on like the quality of it, as I said. I'm not sure if I like it as much, but anyway, let's have a little watch of this. I won't be able to watch all of it because it's 41 minutes long, but just 20 minutes.
Y'all, I just had the most relaxing shower. I feel so good. We're gonna have some cafecito and relax. I also need to do my financial reset.
I've got my cafecito and YouTube.
I want to still be semi-consistent. Like, I don't want a whole month to go by without.
I really want to watch the rest of that vlog. I really just want to get cozy on the sofa and just watch the rest of that vlog and pretend that it's the weekend. And I have no teaching today and I have nothing really to do but chill, but unfortunately that's not the reality. It's Monday and I've got to get up and do this workout, and if I don't get up now I'm gonna make myself late because the schedule says we have to get up now. Oh. Why is being an adult just so annoying? Like, being an adult sucks. No, there are great things about being an adult, of course, you know, like being able to do what you want when you want, most of the time, to an extent, but having to be a responsible adult, no, I'm not about that life, but I have to be, but you know. Let's turn off the TV because we won't be using that anymore. So today's workout is upper body. We've got push-ups, overhead press, dumbbell row, lateral raise, bicep curl, ventral raise, walkout shoulder taps and jump, and some roll-ups, just a tiny bit of cardio added on at the end there.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. To the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Was a hard workout. From the second I started that workout, you know when you have one of those days where you're like, this is going to be a tough one, I'm kind of sweating, I guess. Shiny red sweaty face. Satisfying though, isn't it? And I don't sweat that easily, like it takes me a little bit to kind of sweat, so when I do I'm like not that it means that you didn't work hard if you didn't sweat, like you can still do a really great workout and not sweat, but it is kind of satisfying when you see yourself sweat, isn't it? But that was a hard workout. Oh my gosh, my arms were just screaming, like, oh my God, doing the lateral raises, I did bicep curls. My arms feel so heavy. Like holding this water bottle is effort right now. It is effort. I feel like I've got lead in my arms. But that was a good workout. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. And I finished off the workout with a little bit of cardio at the end. Shoulder taps with the walkout and the jumps. I did 4 rounds of those. And then I also did the roll-ups, the ones where I was like standing up and then sitting down and kind of throwing my legs back and then coming back up into a kind of roll. I don't know what you call that one, but I've seen that move before on Instagram, and I remember I tried it a couple of years ago and I thought, oh, that looks really fun. And it is really fun. Like, it's difficult, but it's just fun. Like, it just feels like wee, because I'm just basically throwing myself on the floor. So yeah, it's like a fun kind of cardio move, but there's also like a hidden squat in there as well, because you have to get yourself up from the floor. You have to be careful as well with your knees. It's so hard to have good form, especially when you're struggling in the reps and you're pushing yourself. It's so difficult, but I think it's much better to lower a weight and do a weight that's a little bit lighter but with good form than doing a really heavy weight that you can barely get the movement with, because you're going to limit your range of motion anyway, and you want to get like more stimulus for the muscle, you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a personal trainer, but so I've heard from other experts in that field. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I do like to do a little bit of cardio in a workout if I can, like even just 5 minutes. It just makes me feel good. Before I did that workout, I was feeling a bit anxious. You know, when you're just thinking of the day, thinking of the week ahead, and you're just kind of like, what's the word? Catastrophizing things in your head, and your brain is just a bit like, that's kind of how I was feeling. And then after that workout now, I feel a little bit like, you know, like I've kind of put a bit of brown noise almost into my mind. It's just amazing how just doing a workout makes your brain feel so much better. Obviously your body, but like your mental health is just so much clearer, and you just get some relief that you wouldn't get if you hadn't done it before. When you're trying to lift heavier weights, you can't be thinking about your worries and your woes, because otherwise you'll drop the weight on your head. So you have to focus, you have to concentrate because of what you're doing. So it's just really clever how, because your body is being worked, you have to focus, you have no choice. Your brain has to engage in what you're doing. There are some things that we go through the day, and even though we're doing something, we're kind of multitasking in our head because we're worrying about other things. But exercise is one of those things that it's very difficult to think about other things apart from what you're doing in that moment. I mean, not every single workout feels like that. There are many workouts when I'm just like, I've got to get it done. I'm not in the mood, let's just tick this off. Actually, before I started this workout, I wasn't in the mood either, was I? Because I was saying I wanted to just sit on the sofa and watch YouTube. But once you start, 9 times out of 10, once you're like 10 minutes or so into the workout, you kind of just lock in most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Good morning, world. Good morning. Oh, there's a bird on the branch. Good morning, birdie. And another one. It's very dark, but it's nice and cozy. Hello. Hi, Mako. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Yeah, I went to karaoke.
Oh, I love karaoke. Oh, what did you sing?
I sung A Whole New World.
Oh, I love that song. Oh, were you Jasmine or were you Aladdin? Unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? Oh, I love that for karaoke. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Yes, I think all of the Disney songs are so much fun to sing at karaoke. Like Moana, that's a good one as well. Pocahontas, Colours of the World. All of the Disney songs are just so much fun.
I can see like the people who are like, how do I say it, like orchestra or something.
And who is she? What is she doing in the band, do you think?
I think she leads everyone.
Good. Yes, she leads
Leader.
everyone. Great. Yes, she's the conductor. She leads everyone and everyone follows her timing.
The photographer took pictures of the band.
22 minutes, 42 seconds. This class might potentially be a no-show, but they still could turn up because I've had times before where I think, oh, this student isn't going to come, and then they end up coming 10 minutes into the lesson. So you never know, they could still turn up. There's 1 minute left. 1 minute left. I can hear my neighbour's TV. It's very loud, but never mind. What's new? What's new? This is why we work out in the morning. This is why we do a good workout, so that we can kind of just release our stresses and take the pressure off a little bit, take off the frustration a little bit, you know? I actually need the toilet, so if this student doesn't turn up, I will be a little bit relieved because I do need the toilet, so this would just be perfect timing. 3, 2, 1, 0. Waiting period has ended. Now I can go to the toilet. Woohoo!
Every day I see miserable people doing things they hate just to fit in. I know it's easier to get along peacefully, but have you ever thought about you? Don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone to feel alright. Let's do the streets on Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always put it on Monday when you can get rich for trying to see the outside?
I've just got a chicken sausage salad, my usual go-to lunch. Although when I went to make my salad yesterday for today, I noticed that the pepper was mouldy. I don't know how that happened because I only bought it a couple of days ago. But sometimes you get that when there's like one rogue vegetable that just goes mouldy. So I had to throw that away, which meant that I have no pepper in my salad today. But what I did instead is I doubled up on the tomato. So I have no pepper, but I have double tomatoes. After lunch, I have a class with a moody teenager, which I'm really excited about. And because they don't say much, it means that I have to talk for the two of us to fill up the time. Otherwise, there would just be so much extra time left over in class. So I'm gonna have to get talking. I'm gonna continue to listen to my music while I eat my lunch. Currently the song that's playing is called Daydreaming by Tatiana Ali. It's such an old song. Like, if you've ever watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's, I've forgotten her name. What's her name? Ashley? Basically, it's Ashley. I can't even think of things to do, wishing all of my daydreams come true. Now baby, what am I to do? Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Somebody was talking to me, but I didn't understand a word they said. Did this come out in the 90s or 2000s? I don't know. The conversation couldn't make it through. The thoughts of the love I have for you. Baby, your face takes up my time. I try to change my thoughts, it's a waste of time. You keep my mind occupied. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. I do really like that mocha Fiat 500 there. Can you see it there? Like that nice tan brown colour. I think it's quite cute. I really like that shade. It's like not usual that you see that. Oh, it's not focusing because of the rain. But I really do like that. Not that I'm planning on getting a new car anytime soon, but I'm just thinking if I was to, maybe I would get a Fiat 500. So. Yeah, like I said, I'm not planning on getting a new car anytime soon, but I've had this car, I've had Pippa the Peugeot, who I'm driving right now. I call her Pippa the Peugeot. I've had her for 15 years. I got her in 2010, and I think I had just turned 18 years old, maybe. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I've had this car for 15 years. 15 years, that's crazy. Pippa has done so well, bless her. Honestly, I feel so proud of her. Like, she's been going all of this time. She's never let me down. She's been so reliable. 15 years is an amazing time to have a car for, I think. And she was my first car, my first and only car. I feel a lot of sentimental value when it comes to Pippa. She's not just a car, she's honestly like my best friend. She's been with me through the ups and downs, you know, she's just been there for me. I love you, Pippa, I love you. But, not wanting to think about it, but realistically, is Pippa going to last for another 15 years? I don't think she is. But you never know. If Pippa could go another 15 years, I would be honoured to drive her for that long, honestly. But obviously, cars don't usually tend to last 30 years, do they? But so if I was to get another car, realistically, it would probably be another small car, just because they're very budget friendly and everything, and lower cost to run. And it would probably be a Fiat 500, I think. Like either a cream Fiat 500 or like that brown colour, that like mocha colour I think was so nice. Or like, I've seen pink Fiat 500s, but not very many of them, to be honest. Or a blue, like I wouldn't mind like a blue, powder blue Fiat 500, or a mint green Fiat 500. So yeah, that could be the potential next car. But it won't be anytime soon, because I cannot afford to get another car anytime soon. But you know when you're just like, oh, you letting me go? Oh, thank you. Thank you. But you know when you're just thinking ahead, so. Just checking my boiler to see that there are no error codes on here or anything like that. Last week, what day was it? I can't remember, but was it Wednesday? Last Wednesday, I think. I was washing up at my sink and I noticed that there was no hot water coming through at all. Sometimes the tap plays up and it will alternate between hot and cold every now and then, but then it always goes back to hot. But this time there was no hot water coming through at all, and I thought, oh no. Looked at the boiler, the dreaded error code, like when you see F29 or F27, that means that there's a fault. So I was like, oh gosh, oh no, please no, because it's been so cold at the moment. It's just been really cold. So you kind of need the heating, and you definitely need hot water. But luckily, I went onto YouTube and typed in F29, whatever the number of the fault was from my boiler, and there was a tutorial of a lovely man giving a demonstration of what to do when your boiler does that. And this video saved me because all I had to do was press this one button here, which apparently means resetting your boiler. I just pressed this and it started working. So I was very, very relieved because I had hot water afterwards and heating, and ever since then, fingers crossed, I've not had any more error codes or any more faults or anything like that. So thank you to YouTube and to that man who uploaded that tutorial, because it saved me from having to call my landlord. On YouTube, there are so many tutorials. Like, if ever I have a problem with my internet, my boiler, my oven, any kind of problem, the first thing I do is go to YouTube, and 9 times out of 10 there's some tutorial on how to fix it. What did we do before we had YouTube and Google? With things like YouTube and Google, like, we've been able to really evolve as human beings, you know? What am I on about? But basically, technology is great, YouTube is fantastic, Google is brilliant, and I'm so grateful to have it in my life, because although I rely on it mostly for entertainment, it's fantastic for actually helping you in your day-to-day life. So so I was just checking the boiler anyway to see if it's okay, and it's all good. We're all good in the hood. Valiant, is it Valiant, my boiler? Not Valiant, Valent. Valent boiler is all good. Yay. The things that give me so much joy nowadays are so different to the things that gave me joy years ago. Like, I never thought I would be so excited to fix something on my boiler. It just feels good to know that my boiler is working. My boiler is working. It's fabulous. It's just great. Am I boring? No, do you know what? I think if you don't get excited about the little things like this in life, then you're boring. No, I'm joking, you're not boring. Oh no, I was just looking at this mince. Well, I was just putting it away, and I was looking at it and thinking, why is it brown in some places? Like, it's brown when it's cooked, but when you first buy it, like when it's raw, it's supposed to be red when it's raw. So I was thinking, why are there all these brown bits in it? Like, has it gone off? And then I turned it round and noticed that there's a gaping hole here where it's been opened. I would take it back to Sainsbury's. I think I've still got the receipt, but I don't think I can, because I don't know if that happened either before I picked it up in the shop, or whether it happened in transit as I was scanning it, or putting it in the bag, or putting it in the boot. Like, I don't know exactly when it happened. I'm sure I would have noticed it if it was like that when I took it off the shelf, but I don't know. So I don't want to take it to Sainsbury's asking for a replacement when I don't know if it was me. Like, it could have been me being heavy-handed when I was unpacking it, maybe. I don't know, but that's so annoying. I'm gonna have to throw that away. 750 grams of beef mince I'm just gonna have to chuck in the bin. That is heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. That was gonna be my food prep for next week, but obviously it's not worth getting ill. There's no way I can keep that now, because I don't know how long that's been open for. Yeah, that's really sad. I'm gonna have to chuck it away. So annoying. Next time I pick up beef fat mince, I'm gonna be really vigilant, like really checking all around, and I'm gonna be really careful when I put it into the basket as well. It's this new packaging. Like, well, the good thing about this packaging is that it's better for the environment, because it's less packaging, and the packaging is lighter, which is good. But then at the same time, because the packaging is lighter, it means that the food gets damaged more easily. Bit unfortunate, but goodbye beef fat mince. Oh, that's so sad. At least my chicken sausages are they okay? Yeah, I think my chicken sausages are all okay.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same. The blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see. Bet I'm everything you need. We're high on the
I'm just looking on Amazon. I think I'm going to order a book. I'm looking at Ankh Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I'm still reading a quart of, well, I say still reading actually. I think the last time I spoke about these books, I think I was reading the one before this. What was that one called? A Quart of Frost and Starlight, the really short one, the one that was like 200 and something pages. So now I'm reading A Quart of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas, and I'm nearly 200 pages into it. There are 700 pages in this book, so I probably won't finish this for another week, I want to say, maybe. Depends on how much I read throughout this week, but I don't have like a ton of free time every single day. I definitely have my half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour sometimes before bed. That's like a guaranteed reading time. And then I sneak in like an extra 20 minutes here and there, like if I've got 20 minutes, like say a student's cancelled or something, and then I've got a bit of time, or if I've like finished editing my vlog for the week early for some reason, then I might have some extra time, so then I might do some reading. But yeah, most of the time I don't have lots of time to read throughout the week, so I think I'll finish this in about a week, maybe even a week and a bit, we'll see. I like to order another book when I'm about halfway through reading one book, because I just think it's the worst thing ever to have finished the last page and then be like, I've got nothing to read. Like, I just can't put myself through that. So I always make sure I've got my next book lined up ready to go as soon as I've finished the one I'm reading. Ankh Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Oh gosh, no, not Fourth Wing. Ankh Storm. I nearly bought Fourth Wing. I only noticed that just then because it said hardcover format purchased on 18th of January 2024. So I ordered that a year ago. That was when I first read Fourth Wing. There we go. Why is it so expensive? You can get the hardcover for $12.50, but I prefer the paperback because it's just like more flexible, isn't it? I'm sure I saw another one on Prime. Apparently it's 50% off. So it was £25, but now it's £12.50. I really want the paperback, but the paperback doesn't come for like a week, I think. Okay, there we go. It's coming tomorrow. Yay! I really hope that it doesn't come while I'm teaching, but as I've ordered it and it's now the evening, I'm hoping that that will mean that it will come tomorrow evening. Sometimes it doesn't always work like that, but I feel like, you know, when you know your Amazon delivery drivers, usually they don't tend to come in the morning or during the daytime. It's usually like more of an evening delivery most of the time, and it's the next day delivery. So hopefully it should come in the evening rather than in the day. I would have preferred the paperback just because I much prefer having like a soft, you know, floppy kind of book that I can bend, and I just prefer that, especially when it's a chunky book. When it's a hardcover, it's just awkward to hold, and I find myself just like struggling with it a bit. So I prefer a paperback, but that was £20. And then also as well, it would have taken a week to come, and I just, yeah, I'm a little bit impatient. I'm like, if there's no next day delivery, I don't want it. I'm like, it doesn't matter, I don't need it. No, it depends what it is. If it's something where I don't need to answer the door for it, then it's kind of okay. But I thought that because it was probably not going to fit through the letterbox, I'd probably have to definitely be in to answer the door, which I might be, but I just don't like the commitment, you know? I don't like to commit myself to having to be there, to be in a week's time. Do I have commitment problems? Maybe, but if there's no next day delivery, I don't want it. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. I'm really excited to read that. I read Fourth Wing and I'm Flame last year and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed both of them. They were my first fantasy books that I've read since Harry Potter. Like, I read Harry Potter when I was a child, probably 9 years old, something like that. Yeah, those were the first books that I've read as an adult, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. And now ACOTAR and all of this is like my next fantasy series that I'm into. I thought that before I go back to reading my romance genre, I thought I might as well just read Onkstorm first because it's just come out. Yeah, like while I'm in the fantasy world, I might as well just continue. I probably will delve back into the fantasy world at some point as well because I have really, really enjoyed reading fantasy books. Like, I've loved being a part of another world that is just pure escapism. You know, it's just so enjoyable to read. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm someone that loves Disney World. I just love like that other world kind of vibe that you have with fantasy. I also really enjoy just your very relatable kind of mundane days that you get in a romance book as well. Not that romances are mundane, but I also really enjoy like just normal life basically. Like, I love reading about relatable people, but then I also enjoy getting lost in a fantasy world too. So yeah, I'm really, really loving the fantasy era that I feel like I've just recently unlocked. Do you know what is really difficult? Vlogging when I can hear my neighbours so clearly. Like, I can hear them talking, so they can obviously hear me too. If I can hear them, they can hear me. But obviously they don't know that I'm vlogging. Like, I could be on the phone, I could be talking to someone in person. I mean, obviously they don't know I'm vlogging. They can't see me, they can just hear me, but I always get so put off when I'm vlogging, when I can hear my neighbours, because I'm just like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Get a grip, June. Get a grip. But no, even when I'm talking on the phone or even when I'm with people, I get distracted because I can hear my neighbours and it just throws me out of whatever it is that I'm talking about. So if I ever look really distracted when I'm vlogging, it's because I'm also listening to what's around me as well. Somebody is currently walking around in heels. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Sensory overload. Sensory overload. Just then I heard heels going clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Then I heard a light switch go choo, choo. And then I heard two people talking. Oh, it's just like, it's like a sensory overload. Like, oh my God. I might put my earplugs in. I might put my earplugs and my headphones on.
I like this. The road is empty and it's just me. It's just me and my cruise control. Now this is the type of driving I deserve. Nah. I believe so. Cause just
I'm just thinking, I've got some mints here, but I'm thinking of putting this into freezer bags, like decanting it into freezer bags and then putting it into the freezer to freeze, because I'm thinking about going to my nan's this weekend, my nan that lives in Oxford, and I'm thinking I don't want to waste this mint because I don't think I'm going to eat all of this between now and Friday when I would go. Today's Monday. So I think I'm going to freeze this in portions and then that way I can eat it next week. I think there's like 700 grams in here, maybe 600 grams, something like that. Should I do 200 grams for each portion, or should I do 100 grams for each portion? Sometimes I have 200 grams of mince, sometimes I have 100 grams of mince. Oh, decisions. I think I'll do 100, and then that will last me throughout the week. And then I suppose technically I don't need to do a mince food prep because it will be frozen.
Right now. We love a happy queen. Okay, now there's a truck. Rocky, what are you doing here? But I feel like the Rocky, I'm cooking and like, but you can't allow them to.
Fall is the season to contemplate life.
Against influenza. Number 3. That feels so much better. That feels so much better. Now I'm regretting doing that. Now I can reason. I can think. I literally couldn't function anymore. So much better. That feels so much better. Now I'm regretting doing that. I'm regretting doing that. Reason, I can think. Guys, I couldn't think. I literally couldn't function anymore. Okay.
Carol Delamini, is that how you say her name? Or Delamini? Anyway, Carol, she's on YouTube. She's so hilarious. She's so funny. She's just like such a pure soul, and she's just her complete self, and I love her vlogs. But she's on a road trip. She's travelling for like 8 hours in the car, and she needed to go to the toilet, and she was scared to go outside, so she just basically went in a bush. Oh gosh, she said that she was panicking because she was worried that someone was going to come, so she accidentally weed on her dress. Oh my gosh, she makes me laugh so much. I love her. We've all been there though, haven't we? We've all been there where we've been driving and we're desperate for the toilet. We have all been there. So don't worry, Carol. It happens to the best of us.
Please, can we just deliver by a train? I don't know my name. Okay, my headphones are on. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm trying to get some. Yeah.
Oh, I'm driving, so that's why I'm screaming. And so I did on the side of the road. Yeah.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 portions of mince, but I'm going to leave one portion out. I think I'll leave this portion out for this week because I will have this one of the days before I go. So I'll leave that one aside, put in the fridge. And then 6 will go in the freezer. Can you hear the fridge humming? It's not a great sound, is it? My fridge is so old, like over 10 years old. It's a really old fridge. I hope it's okay. Gosh, I've got so many old things that I could do with replacing. My car, my fridge, me. No, I'm joking. My other nan, the nan that lives in Birmingham, invited me to go round for dinner tomorrow. But I've ordered the book, haven't I? Onk Storm is coming tomorrow. So I said to my nan that I might come if the book comes before the evening or by the evening, but if the book doesn't come by the evening, I said that I'll see her on Wednesday instead. I'll see her another day. If it was a standard book where it's like 300 pages, then they would just put it through the letterbox, but because it's like 700 pages, I think, I probably will need to open the door to accept the parcel, and I don't want to miss the book. Very important that I get Onk Storm, you know, so I said to my nan, I'll let you know tomorrow, I'll keep you updated. I might come If not, I'll come on Wednesday. But I'm thinking of going to visit my nan in Oxford. I've not seen her for a little while. I last saw her around Christmas time, and it's now like the beginning of February, so I thought it'd be nice to give her a little visit. I might vlog as well, actually. I might vlog over the weekend, like I might vlog on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. A little weekend vlog. I've not vlogged at my nan's for a while. I think it's nice to just have memories, really. It's nice to have memories with loved ones. That's what vlogging has always been for me anyway. Like, vlogging is memories, like vlogging memories, you know? Vlogging those simple days, vlogging the mundane, vlogging the fun trips away on holiday, and just vlogging when I'm putting my mints into freezer bags for my food prep. How exciting. But you know, vlogging life, just normal life. No, I feel like everyone should vlog just because it's so nice to have memories to look back on. I remember when my mum died, it was around the time when social media wasn't really a thing as such yet. My mum died in 2012. So Facebook was out. I don't know if Instagram was out at that point, but we weren't as reliant on social media as we are now, and we didn't have as much access to everything, you know, we didn't have all the technology. So I didn't really have like lots and lots of pictures or videos or memories of me and my mum together. I didn't have a lot of stuff. Like I had baby pictures and things like that, but I didn't have like more recent memories. One thing that is so great about where we are today in 2025 is that we have like tons of memories at our fingertips, and I just feel like it's so special to be able to look back at a vlog where my nan's in it, or where my friends are in it, or where my cousins are in it, or just any family or any friends. It's just special, you know, to be able to have that and to be able to say, oh, on this day at this time we were doing this. And it could just be the most basic thing, like we're just going food shopping, but it's just nice to have to look back. I wish I had more of those memories of me and my mum more recently, but that was just the way life was. Plus I was kind of a teenager as well, so I was like, I don't know, I hadn't really... Is this focus going in and out? Apologies if this camera is focusing and not focusing. I think it's the lights, it gets confused with the lights. It sometimes gets confused when there's a lot going around, like when the camera has a lot to focus on, it sometimes gets confused on where to focus and just goes out of focus. Similar to me, when there's a lot to focus on, I'm a bit like... I pay attention to everything and find it difficult to pay attention to one thing. Same as this camera. Yeah. Do you know what I find funny? When I don't have makeup on, my nan always says to me, my nan in Oxford, she always says, oh, you look so tired. Are you okay? Are you sleeping okay? And I always say to her, it's because I don't have makeup on. And she's like, really? You look really, really tired. But it's only when I don't have makeup on that she says that. Makeup hides so many things, doesn't it? All of your bags, all of your dark circles, all of those sleepless nights, all of the anxieties and the worries. Makeup just hides that, you know?
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that she'll be able to win this one. She's somebody else in the making. First, she's just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like this forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody said, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end.
Really thirsty, but it's like nearly 9 o'clock, so drinking so close to bedtime is a bad idea if you want to have a sleepless night.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello,
Are you
my
okay?
lovely. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
So she had to put some more filling in it. So I had to have the injection, didn't I? I wanted to have a cup of tea and I wanted to wait, but I think she said, I'm not sure whether she said wait 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I waited 3.
Oh.
God, I'm getting desperate.
Were you hungry?
Yes, I wanted a cup of tea as well.
Fillings don't last forever.
Yes, they do. I've had fillings that have lasted 40, 50 years, but it was because the tooth is cracked.
You've had fillings for 40, 50 years?
Yeah.
Wow. You busy at the weekend?
Oh, you're coming this weekend?
Alright then.
Okay.
Have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I hope so.
Alright then.
Right, night, night. Love you.
Night night. Love you
Night.
lot.
Love you.
Love you lots.
you.
Night
Night,
night.
night.
Love you, bye.
Love you.
It's 9:03 and I'm about to put my earplugs in. Take my contact lenses out as well because they're still in my eyes. I'll probably read for the next 40 minutes maybe. I usually read and then once I feel my eyes start to like close, that's when I put the book down and I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed. Or like when I get to the point where I can't remember what I'm reading, like when I'm not following the story properly, that's when I'm like, it's time to go to sleep. I think I will vlog on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so like the weekend, which you will see the next week after this vlog. So yeah, I said to my nan, I think I'm gonna vlog as well. And she said, oh, I best get cleaning. Thank you for spending the day with me. And I shall see you next week where we'll be spending the whole weekend together. Exciting. I'll see you next week. Good night.